4%? Great. It's amazing. Nothing works these days. System doesn't work, nothing works. Feed don't work. I might die, actually. Try and charge my phone. I'll do. I will once I charge my phone enough. I try, but it's not working. Nothing works anymore. How long is it gonna give me? Like 2 minutes? I'll try. Not great. I didn't sleep. Because every time I sleep, I wake up in so much pain, or I wake up in night sweats, and I'm like scared to go to sleep at this point. So I haven't slept still. My feet are swollen as fuck because the internet went out, which is amazing. Anyways, I'm just scared. I just don't want to die. I'm tired of being strong. Yeah, I went to the ER. Yes, I went to the ER. They gave me a specialist and enterologist or something like that. They thought I could get into in a week. Then they were like, well, then you had to to get into that, you actually had to get an appointment with your primary care doctor. So I go to my primary care doctor. And then from there, I called them. They're like, oh, well, the first appointment's not till April, 6th or something. So a month away, so, and they didn't really, I feel like they told me stuff, but they didn't tell me, enough. It was kind of like an inconclusive kind of diagnosis where they're like, we need to go to a specialist to get a more, we can't treat you because you need to go to the specialist before we can even give you anything. And so I'm just stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't know. A clear diagnosis. I mean, I got one, but they're still confused about my heart and blood clots and stuff like that. I don't know, not really, because at one time they said have you been diagnosed with like heart disease? And I was like, what? No. They were like, well, it sounds like you have a heart murmur. And I was like, what? Like, what? This is the first time hearing this. And, um, and then they at one point said, well, it looks like you have like a blood clot in your heart. But then they ran the ultrasound of my heart. They're like, well, your heart looks fine. So then they were really confused, right, by that, because they were like, well, like even the doctor at the ER was confused and saying, well, you need to go to specialist, because they were like, well, is it the liver creating that, or is it like her heart? But I know for sure, because I read my blood panel, like my coagulation on all 5 panels that they tested is really bad, meaning I do have probably blood clots somewhere, which is why I'm having like nosebleeds, things like that. And then people were like, oh, your boyfriend's hitting you. I'm like, no, it's not that. Like, I'm like actually having like really like medical issues going on, you know? It just sucks. I'm trying my best, but yeah, like sometimes. No, please don't, like, they're like fat and nasty. I just don't want to die. Like, I'm sorry. Like last night, like I put a letter in for my mom in case in case everything goes bad. Here's my password for my phone, password for my email, everything. So that you know, which is like not something you shouldn't have to do when you're like my age, you know. But there's nothing I can do, you know. I already spent like $3,000 at the ER. I don't have another $3,000. I'm still on for that one. It's not until April like 6th, so it's like a month and more than a month away. Yeah. I'm doing everything. They didn't really give me that much. I wish they would have gave me more directions. But I was in so much pain when I was in that ER. I literally was about to like take the IV out of my fucking arm and fucking like run out the fucking ER because I was in so much pain and had no like there was no pain relief. I was there for 5 hours and there's like 20 doctors and nurses and practitioners and everything and running every test they could on me. And I was just like in so much pain. I'm sorry. So I don't want to go back to the ER, you know? She had open and I put her on blood thinners. Aw, incest. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sure she was so scared too. Where's the pain? It's just everywhere. It depends the day. Obviously my feet hurt. I have a lot of neuropathy. I already had neuropathy before. But a lot of chest tightness down through my sternum, through my abdomen, through all the way to my lower, kind of like lower abdomen, I guess you would say. Where it feels like I can't even like catch a breath sometimes. And I cough a lot. And sometimes when I cough, I bleed a lot of, I have a lot of, nosebleeds. I used to have a lot of, like, I was throwing up blood before. I think so, devil eyes. And I was like, why wouldn't they, like, you would think at an ER, they would at least, like, offer you, like, you know, like, excuse me, like a diuretic or something to like something, right? They were like, nope. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just sad. I'm definitely retaining fluid. That's what they said. But then, like, I'm also confused because they were also at the same time saying, well, your blood's too thin. So then I'm like, is my blood too thin? Am I allowed to take aspirin? Because, like, aspirin makes your blood thinner. Like, I'm, like, just so confused all the freaking time. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to, like, keep my head up. But it's so scary. You're scary in bed. Oh, no, I know. Yeah. I have them all the time now. Like, I'm doing everything as by book, but our systems need to elevate those above your heart. I don't want to, though. Thank you. I'll show you a text is fine. I'm gonna go. Oh, yeah. So, like, one of the first jobs boyfriend had. So, this such a nice lady. She creates these. They're so cool. So, I don't even know how she gets them. So, she gets, like, these wine bottles, right? She must remove the labels somehow. I don't know if it's with, like, acetone or what. And then she paints them, and then she puts a bottle opener. I don't know. She gave me 2 of them, though, because we worked, like, 8 hours on 2 of their cars, and I always cherish that one forever. But anyways, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to cry to my friends in real life. I guess I could just cry to y'all. Yeah. Yeah, really cool. So she gave us 2 of them. So we worked like, well, probably more than 8 hours. But she was such a nice lady. And it was really cool. But they're blue bonnets. That's our state flower, by the way. Anyways. Anyways, I didn't mean to like cry. It's just like a lot, you know. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not the only one. You know, like you said, incest. You know, your mom's been through this. I know a lot of people have been through this, where you go through something and you're like, oh, you never expect that to happen to you or something, and you have to deal with it, and it's not always easy. I know, incest, and I thank you so much. You're such a darling.